How's it going, everybody? It's C-RadTV here. We are here officially with the Trucks Chase Grid Prediction. Yep, we're already got a Chase Grid Prediction video coming out because this chase schedule is so fucked up. Because the Truck Chase starts this weekend. Cup Chase doesn't start till after Indianapolis. And the Xfinity Chase doesn't start till after Vegas. So, yeah. Since the Trucks one's here, we're going to go over it real quick. And I'm going to give you my predictions, round by round. So, 3 rounds, 7 races, 8 drivers. Who will be the Final Four and who will win the Trucks Championship? Let's go ahead and let's meet this year's field. So, on the screen here, I have the 8 Truck Series drivers that have made the chase this year. So, all 8 names have a battle for the Gander Series Championship. So, starting off, we have Brett Moffitt in the 24 for GMS. Got 2 wins this year from Iowa and Chicagoland. The Iowa win was gifted to him after Ross Chastain got disqualified. But either way, Moffitt still had a very fast truck. Moffitt should have 3 wins, but he ran out of gas at Kentucky. Moffitt, pretty fast. He is primed to repeat it, of course, entering this chase as a defending champion. So Moffitt's going to be a contender this year. Grant Enfinger, been the best driver throughout the season. Best driver without a win this year. He's had multiple chances to win, but either he's gotten beat by King Leach Kyle Busch, or he's found every way to shoot himself in the foot. It always seems to be the theme with Enfinger. He finds every way to shoot himself in the foot. Enfinger did win the regular season championship and got those extra 15 chase points. But could that be enough to get him to the Final Four? We'll have to see. Stuart Friesen's also had a really good year. Got his breakthrough win at Eldora a couple weeks ago. So Friesen, the short tracks are going to be his main strength. You're gonna have to look there to see how well he does there. Next up, Austin Hill, who's won 2 races this year, one at Daytona and one at Michigan. He's had a really solid truck this year, too. He's been really fast on the super speedway track, so look for him to do well. Plus, he's in Brent Moffitt's old ride from last year's 16. So, Austin Hill, he has the equipment to get to the Final Four, but can he put a good chase together? Next up, Ross Chastain, who's has a pretty fast truck this year. He's won 3 races. He didn't declare for truck points until June. It was pretty much after the Kansas win was when he decided to declare for the truck championship. And Chastain, he was able to battle his way all the way into the top 20 to be eligible for the chase. He should have 4 wins, but he got disqualified at Iowa. But still, 3 is a pretty good number. His 3 wins coming at Kansas, Gateway, and Pocono. And, of course, he smashed 3 watermelons on his way here. So, yeah, there we go. So, Chastain, he has what it takes to make the Final Four. He just got to put a good run together. Going to be a contender for this title. Next up, Matt Crafton. Matt Crafton has been pretty quiet all year. He's had a couple times where he's been up there, but he hasn't really done much this year. Been very quiet. Of course, no wins this year. He's been winless. Will it stay that way, or can he break through and get that win? We'll have to see. Johnny Sauter's also been quiet, too. Sauter, he was the top driver last year, and this year he's taken a massive step back. He has only 1 win this year, and that came at Dover back in the spring. So, Sauter's just been quiet. We'll have to see if he can do something here. And keep in mind, Texas is no longer in the chase. So Sauter's one go-to place to get a win is now gone. Because if Texas was still in the chase, most of us would probably still shoe in Sauter in the Final Four. Now that does not seem to be the case. But of course, the final driver we have here is Tyler Ankrum, who got his breakthrough win at Kentucky after Brett Moffitt ran out of gas. And Ankrum, he did miss 3 races, and the reason why was because Ankrum hadn't turned 18 yet. But ever since he turned 18, he's run in every race since. Like, entered this... Yeah, he entered, like, 12th in points, but the win gave him chase eligibility. You know, really hasn't done much at all this year. Mainly the only reason he got in was the chase win. But, you know, maybe he could make some noise. We'll have to see, though. But, yeah, those are the 8 drivers in this year's truck chase. So, round 1, we got Bristol. Then we got Canadian Tire Motorsport up in Bowmanville. And then we got Las Vegas in round 1. Like, let me put this in perspective. By the time the Cup chase starts, the Truck Series chase will be done round 1. But yeah, who will be in it? What 6 will be moving on? So yeah, here we go. Moving on. Here is round 2 of the Truck Series chase I have here. And of course, I have the race winners penciled in with the initials here. So Bristol, I have it going to Stuart Friesen. It's a similar track to Eldora with pavement this time. I think Friesen's really good on the short tracks. I'm going to give that Bristol to Friesen there. I got nobody for Canadian Tire. I have that race going to Todd Gilliland. Because Gilliland wrecked himself and Noah Gragson out last year. And I think Gilliland's going to be looking for redemption. I think Todd Gilliland gets redemption for last year, Canadian Tire. And Las Vegas, I'm going to give that to Brett Moffitt. Because Brett Moffitt's been one of the best drivers on the 1.5 miles this year. So I think Moffitt's a lock for Vegas. And the remaining 4 drivers I have moving on points are Envinger, Austin Hill, Ross Chastain, and Johnny Sauter. So the 2 drivers I have out are Matt Crafton and Tyler Ankrum. Crafton, he hasn't really done a lot of spectacular things. And I honestly think the final spot's going to be between Crafton and Sauter. And I think Sauter, honestly, has a better truck than Crafton. Ankrum hasn't really done anything impressive other than that win he pulled out at Kentucky. So I think Ankrum's going to be done in round 1. But those are the 6 drivers I have moving on to the second round. Now the question is, out of those 6, who will be the final 4? The races are Texas, Martinsville, and Phoenix. I mean, not Texas, Talladega, Martinsville, and Phoenix. Who will move on to the final 4? So here is my final 4 on the screen here. The 3 drivers I have winning in, and then the last driver being in on points. So Talladega, the last couple years, I've picked the Shipmobile team to win it. This year, I'm not going to pick it. I feel like it's going to be a chase regular. I'm going to say Austin Hill gets the win at Talladega. He's been really good on the super speedway type tracks. He won at Daytona earlier this year, and he won at Michigan, which is a very fast track. So I'm going to give Austin Hill the win at Talladega. Martinsville, I'm going to say Grant Enfinger finally breaks through and wins at Martinsville. Finally gets a win and doesn't shoot himself in the foot. See, I'm going to give Martinsville to Enfinger. Phoenix, I'm going to give that to Ross Chastain, because Chastain's been really good on the flat mile tracks. Like, Gateway, he won there, and Pocono, he won there, 2 flat tracks. So I'm going to get Chastain to win at Phoenix. And I got Brett Moffitt making it on points. So the 2 drivers I have out are Friesen and Johnny Sauter. Well, Sauter, there's no Texas, so Sauter's in pretty much an island on his own. And it's Stuart Friesen. I almost wanted him to pick him to win Martinsville, but it was a tough choice here. I think Friesen's just going to miss out. Something's going to happen to him in round 2, and he's going to put himself in a hole he can't dig out of. But yeah, that's my final 4. Austin Hill, Grant Enfinger, Ross Chastain, and Brett Moffitt. Out of these 4, who will win the 2019 Truck Series Championship? Well, under this format, we've seen time and time again this format inconsistently has not crowned the best driver throughout the season the champion. It's usually been the best driver in Homestead. So yeah, out of those 4 names, it's pretty much who is the best at 1.5 miles. And when you look at all 4 names, there's only one name that comes to mind. So with that being said, my champion for 2019 is Brett Moffitt. You know, Brett Moffitt, the best driver in the 1.5 miles this year. I say Brett Moffitt gets it done at Homestead. So yeah, I'm taking Moffitt to go back-to-back. But yeah, those are my chase predictions. Let me know what your truck chase predictions are down in the comments. But yeah, That's all I gotta say, folks. Hope everyone's a great day. Peace out. And now watch me be wrong after round 1.